Couldn't hang on third down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
This looks like a free play for Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on third down. Here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Stafford working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the fourth down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there. As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw, but I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And now Stafford, he's going to change things up. Second and 6. Man open is Robinson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Stafford now to throw. To the goal line, but It's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. In motion goes the tight end. On fourth down, Stafford. Buying time to his left. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Near his goal line, here's Purdy. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now for the point after. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Extra point forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a 1st down.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards yards between the two.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Purdy. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Purdy. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. A 14-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have.
And now they're going to fake it. And it's caught in the end zone. So it goes for 2 points on the fake and gives them a lead.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got to tie a ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. From the 50, Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give up the middle to Williams.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now Stafford. He's got it to Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
2nd down and 6 now.
Here's Stafford. Rolling to his left. Finding Williams once more, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Out of the gun, Stafford. On the move to his left. And he's got it. That's caught for a Ram touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Rams are once again back in front.
Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket and wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line. They're going to look to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
He's got it. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Jake Moody now for the point after.
And this is up and good to put them up by a point. It's 15-14.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Offense ready to go for their next drive.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Throwing is Stafford. Going up top for Kupp.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Stafford. He's going to let it go again. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Puka Nacua.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Rams have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and it's now 21-15.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Purdy looking to throw.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Curl. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Back to throw, Purdy. He's got Ayuk once again.
And he's got this down to the 35. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there.
That's complete out left to Ayuk.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 yards for number 11.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Purdy sets up to throw again. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Niners have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Now Moody for the PAT.
And that one puts them on top here in the third.
It's the score, Niners 22, Rams 21.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, but as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Short throw, it's Higbee. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They run. It's Williams. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Purdy now to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Down the sideline he goes, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now the Rams bring the offense back out here to go for 2. After the interception, here's Stafford. Dancing to his left. And that is caught for the 2 points. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
On 2nd and 10.
Purdy throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 44 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Throwing here, Purdy.
And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Purdy.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Niners have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Moody good with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and a couple.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now Stafford. Robinson's got it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Stafford now to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams muscles him off. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
To the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. Being chased out left.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Here's Purdy.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Purdy. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Jerome Jennings.
38 yards.
And the 49ers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now up to 14.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This is 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
Now it's Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
4th down, 10 yards to go.
They snap it to Stafford. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Samuel, complete.
And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
The clock showing 19 seconds to go. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Fresh off that pick six, here's Purdy.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
One last throw here for Stanford. Going up top for Cup. And this has dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.